Alright guys, back with a Madden 13 video. Going to play it for you at speed and talk about scripted gameplays, unrealistic physics, some things that need to be improved, because this is gameplay that happens with Madden 13. Infrequently, but it still happens. Ask that you take a second to hit the like button, try to get 150, 200 likes per video, comment on the video itself, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. What I want to talk about here is the line interactions that simultaneously occur once LeGarrette Blount gets the ball on this draw play. Now, I'm going to come over here first, take a look at Penn and Van den Bosch, and there's going to be a leap that occurs here. And to me, this is just a long, lengthy animation. And it almost simultaneously occurs as Penn falls down while Van den Bosch gets in the air, and you can see by the time Van den Bosch lands, it's a very unrealistic animation because Blount has already went through the middle of the line. So, more importantly, going over and look at the interaction I have with my player Ndamukong Suh versus Joseph, and basically what I want to key on here real quick is the ratings of these players so you get an idea. You know, this should be a trench battle. When you talk about strength, Suh has 97, Joseph has 92. In terms of agility, Suh has 82, Joseph has 64. Acceleration, Suh has 88, Joseph has 78. Joseph gets a little bit better awareness with 82 as opposed to Suh's 79. Power move, they're very similar. Suh with a 92. When you look at Joseph, he's got a run block of 91, a run block footwork of 81. Suh has a block shed of 94, a play recognition of 80. Obviously a draw play, very easy play to recognize, and an impact blocking of 81 for Joseph. This shouldn't be a situation where I expect to see either player get dominated. I certainly don't expect to see Ndamukong Suh get a sack, get contact in the backfield every play, but I don't expect him to get pancaked by a much less superior player before the running back hits the line of scrimmage. So those would be two of the three things that occur fairly simultaneously as you see the ball carrier gets the ball. On the other one, and this is something that a lot of people like to talk about with Madden, you know, the player movement. You'll see I'm going to switch to the linebacker here, and this game isn't instantaneous. And it's very difficult to believe what you see in this game. And this is a prime example. As Suh gets thrown to the ground, I switch to the linebacker because I don't expect this to occur. You can see here Nix has to shift through Fraley and the other lineman to come up here and block to the second level. And this is just not a good look out of any football game. I'm not saying Madden is the only game this ever happens in, but it's extremely unrealistic. But it's what has to happen to get a second level block. And I find that, you know, a little bit redundant. And what it actually does is impacts the play because Fairley is now able to come free in pursuit. And if this game was a little bit better in pursuit, he would have an opportunity to make a tackle. Closing out, just want to talk about physics real quick. You can see here, Blount's running up the field, comes in, gets hit by a cornerback. Safety's going to come over, try to make another hit. And this is what occurs. I mean, both my players are basically spun off. And again, it's not a situation where I expect Blount to get, you know, another yard up the field. But he certainly isn't a player that's going to be able to acrobatically spin in the middle of two defenders, regain his balance, and run up the field. Meanwhile, you can see my other corner is push blocked into this play, sheds off Blount, and has zero effect. A very similar situation happens to Houston as he comes in. He's basically trucked without contact as Blount falls to the ground.